we're right there. You know, we gave up 2 runs early, the home run in the first, and then the infield hit that scored the second run. We had opportunities, all of them with 2 outs, couldn't get anything across, and then we finally broke through and got the run. So, you know, it's a 2-1 game. We're right there in it, but you got to give Virginia credit. They swung the bats when they needed to. They got some big hits there late in the 8th inning, and you know, they ended up winning the game. Our guys, I thought, were pressing early, but then kind of settled in, and you know, we made a game of it late, but unfortunately, came up a little bit short.
Open it up for questions. You're back.
Stephen, wondering if you felt a little bit out of sorts in the beginning. It's maybe settled down. Were you not feeling quite yourself off the bat?
You know, I mean, everybody had the jitters. You know, this is our first time being a regional. You know, I was pretty excited to be out there. You know, but you know, it's pretty tough to pitch against a team that you've never really heard of. You know, you don't really have a good scouting report on them, so you know, you have to face them the first time through. And you know, they put good bat on the ball. You know, but after that, you know, we were able to get a good game plan, and you know, we kept them at bay for the rest of the game.
Were you feeling okay physically out of the gate?
Yeah, I felt great. You know, you got that adrenaline going. This is a regional, so yeah, I felt perfect.
Stephen, you had 2 wild pitches in the second inning. Were you overamped there at all? Or?
No, just bearing a slider. You know, that's it.
Tony, the 8th inning for Virginia, does that show how good of a team they are? Maybe how good of a pitcher Stephen is when he gets 15 strikeouts, but then Virginia comes up and rallies at the 8th inning. Maybe a lot of teams that cruise to a win, they will really put the bat on the ball in the 8th inning. Is that a testament to how strong Virginia is?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I know, you know, the guy hit the home run in the first. That was a pretty good swing. We had 2, I think, were scored wild pitches, but, you know, really they were pass balls that put the second run in scoring position. And he ended up scoring on a slow roller to second base. And then from that point on, you know, it was pitchers going back and forth because Morley for them threw outstanding too. And Stephen really shut them down, but you know, late in the game, it's a 2-1 game. We've scratched to get a run to get within 1, and we got to pitch better than we pitched in the 8th inning. We left some balls right there to be hit, and they were. So, you know, I'm not taking anything away from Virginia. I thought they did a heck of a job. I thought their game plan, you know, was being aggressive early and then settling in, making them throw some pitches. They did a great job. They did what they needed to do. But, you know, you get the 2-1 in the 8th, and you scratched that 1 run when you've been shut out all day. We got to make better pitches there in the bottom of the 8th inning. We didn't do a good job in that inning. So, you know, turn the page. You know, tomorrow's another day. We'll be playing again out here at 4 o'clock. So, you know, hopefully we can do a little bit more on the offensive end because to me, you know, that's where this game was lost. We had opportunities for somebody to step up there and get a 2-out hit. We just couldn't do it. So 1 run usually is not going to be enough. You're going to have to put some runs on the board. And they did a good job of adding to a 1-run lead late in the game.
So as part of that tournament experience that they have?
6 years in a row. Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, you even heard Stephen say he was fired up. You know, I mean, I think our guys were chomping at the bit, but I think our inexperience kind of showed there in the early innings because we chased balls out of the zone, trying to be super aggressive and trying to do too much with the ball. And really, this is a time to kind of take a deep breath, relax, and go out and play. And, you know, and I'm sure they've learned from today's experience. Hopefully we'll be better tomorrow.
Tony, if you guys survive till Monday, is there any chance that you would bring Stephen back in any capacity to relieve anything like that, or is that off the table completely?
What do you think? I can't answer that question because you know why? If we don't win tomorrow, it ain't going to be no Monday. You know, if you don't win the next day, it's not going to be a Monday. So rather than look ahead till Monday, let's look ahead till tomorrow.
That's a tough spot for their starter to be in. He wasn't even early in the year, wasn't one of their weekend starters. Didn't even start midweek. To be in a regional across the country, I mean, how did you think he?
I thought he pitched great. I think every coach in America looks to try to do that, to try to develop a pitcher as the year goes on. And I thought he pitched great. Shoot, he was changing speeds and going up the ladder, mixing in his breaking ball with straight changeup. I thought he did a great job. We just, like I said, all our opportunities came with 2 outs, and when he needed to make a pitch, he made a pitch.
Questions for the student athletes?
Eric and Easton, too. What, if you could maybe go off and tell me what did you see in Morley?
I thought he spotted up real well. Just both pitches, his slider and his fastball. Kept us off balance all day on the corners. Didn't give us too much to hit.
I'd agree with that. As well on the defensive side, I'll totally take blame for that second inning run. 2 wild pitches were probably past balls. We were calling for that in the dirt. Just didn't do a good enough job blocking the ball. Offensively, like Easton said, I think, you got to give credit to the Virginia pitchers, but also we didn't do a very good job at adjusting to what he was doing on the mound. So.
Time for 2 last questions. In the back.
For Eric or Steven, for both of you, after the first 2 innings, did you make any adjustments against Virginia hitters when you were game planning those guys?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, obviously they're swinging fastballs early. We thought they were tipping, whether Castro was where he was setting up. So we just changed it up. We started to go over a little bit more signs. Just making sure I'd hide the ball in my glove a little bit more. Went more sinker, went more changeup, and then went more slider early on the count. So like I said, when you face a team that is all the way from the East Coast, you don't really know much about them, and so I think as far as developing a game plan, we're able to do a good enough job to at least keep the team in the ballgame.
Final question.
Easton, you're bad in the 8th inning. The first pitch, got most of it. What was your thinking there in that situation? Why go after him?
Man, I was jacked. I was trying to get us tied in that game. And in my head, I was just thinking, first pitch I get to hit hard, I'm going to take a hat. And he gave me a fastball first pitch, and I hit it hard. I wish he would have been playing in right center like he was playing the whole game, but he wasn't. So